Hey, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm talking about my work from home setup. I've just found there are just some things that have made it so much easier, so much more organized without investing a lot of money. And to be honest, I have very limited real estate here. Like my desk is tiny and my drawer is tiny. So I have really boiled this down to what is really helpful and really necessary. But yeah, anyway, if you're new, welcome. I'm Jules. I normally post videos on fashion, style, and shopping, but occasionally I like to just do a little bit of lifestyle, and working from home has been a huge part of my life. So I thought this might be helpful. I hope it helps someone. If it does, please leave a like down below and let's get started. Did I mention I'm talking about 15 different things? Anyway, I'm talking about 15 different things. A lot of them are in this drawer. The first thing I want to talk about is one, I'm going to take out this little box because I organized it with old jewelry boxes. They're like the perfect size to store lots of little things and still have them in their own spot. So I have hair ties and bobby pins in here. So helpful because I have not been washing my hair as often as I used to. Personally, I love it. It's been really good for my hair, but there are definitely some days where it feels a little oily, a little bit of greasy. So I'll just kind of pull it back, kind of keep it a little less obvious. I also keep a spare necklace and a spare set of earrings in here. So many times I'll forget to put on jewelry. I was so good about it at the start of quarantine, and now I usually forget. And then if I'm hopping on a call early in the morning and I just hop on, and as it's loading, I go, oh crap, I don't have time to run and go put on jewelry. Let me just grab this necklace right here and throw it on. Really makes you look a lot more put together. And it looks like you just started the day out that way too. I have this little headphone organizer, which is really helpful if you need to use headphones sometimes, if you have other people who live in your dwelling with you. And then this thing. You need to know where this is at all times. Because you know how Apple changed the headphone jack, and it's like the worst thing that's ever happened because how do you plug this into airplanes? Yeah, anyway, that's a whole nother video in itself. I also keep lip gloss in here. How many times have you been about to jump on a video call and realize you haven't put on any lip gloss that day because we're working from home and then wearing masks when we leave the house? So it's just nice to have. It adds a little bit of color to your lips, helps you look, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and healthy. Okay, so this one is a little bit specific, but I honestly think it is so helpful. And that is to have a measuring tape in your desk. Yes, I know, you might not need it for your job. I know I don't. But a lot of the time, I will find myself in this room at a desk, either with my personal laptop or during lunch, shopping online. And how nice is it to just have a measuring tape on hand to know if something's gonna fit you right or what size to order. This section doesn't really matter because it's just like video stuff. I keep 3 pens in my desk, and only 3 pens. If any of you have read Marie Kondo's book on tidying up, she says to keep everything in one spot. So all of your pens should be in one place so that you always know where to go. I like to keep 3 of those pens in my desk because I will need them every single day, no exception. The next one feels a little silly, but it is scissors. I honestly think there should be a pair of scissors in every room in your house, unless you have kids. I don't have kids, so I don't really think about scissors all that much. You never know what you're gonna need them for, but you will need them at some point. And yes, I have my keyboard in here. I don't use this keyboard because it's the one I have from work and it doesn't fit on my desk with everything else. So I'm storing it in here for now until I go back to work. I also keep 2 things in here for my dog. This is a little pouch of coins. This is a training mechanism that we use to help him to be quiet. I don't know the sound of it, which you can barely, that is all it takes for him to be quiet. But if we teach him the word quiet, he doesn't listen. So that's really helpful on video calls. I mean, I love my dog and he hangs out with me all day in this room, but sometimes his breath can get a little stinky. So we have a little bit of breath spray that we give him. But that's everything that I keep in my drawer here. Super easy. If you don't have spare jewelry organizers, you could also use a pouch. Like those makeup pouches that we just have collecting in the back of our closets. Those would work for a lot of these things too. I also keep on hand a blazer. It's usually in that closet back there, but just in case you find yourself on a meeting where it's suddenly a lot more formal than you thought it was gonna be, it's just right there and you don't have to go all the way into your closet. Next, I wanna move on to the top of the desk. So as you can see, there is very little room on this desk. So every inch has been really meticulously planned. First thing I gotta point out, because I will not give it up even though I have very little space, is a dual monitor. Having a second monitor in addition to my laptop is so helpful. You can get things done so much faster. If you have never lived in a dual monitor world, I highly recommend it. It is worth it, especially if you're struggling to get things done while you're working from home. This could help really speed things up. And honestly, this next one seems a little boring to add, but I just have to add it because it's all about efficiency and getting as much done as you can during the kind of weird time that you're spending working from home. But having a mouse and a mouse pad is really helpful to getting more done in a very condensed amount of time. If you're pressed for time, I don't have kids, so I'm not pressed for time. The other thing I would recommend if you're on the phone a lot is a phone holder. I got this off Amazon, so I'll link it below, but this has been so helpful. You can just put your phone on it, and I know I have a loopy case, so it's not like perfectly flush, but you can get it to work, or you can take the case off if it's too big of an issue. It's also really helpful for like Instagram stories and TikToks, but it's also just so nice to have a phone kind of up still near your face so you could use speakerphone while you're working, getting things done. So much easier if you're on the phone a lot for your job. There's a lot to be said for making your space a space that you enjoy being in. But I keep a couple things on my desk that make it feel that extra special. And so I just recommend having at least one thing on your desk that is pretty, that you enjoy using or looking at. And so for me, that's actually this coaster. It's from Anthropologie. I'll have it linked down below. It just makes me happy. It has like this marble quartz agate look, and then it has this nice beautiful gold outline. I don't know what to say. It's just pretty to me, and I love every morning putting whatever I'm drinking on it. In 2020, you need little things like that that make you happy. I also recommend drinking water out of something that is pretty. I don't always use this. Sometimes I just use a clear glass because it's easier. I'm trying to drink more water, and this has been really helpful, and just having something that's pretty helps me drink more water. The only other thing I like to keep on my desk is my planner. This is the Day Designer. I cannot recommend this planner enough. I am a huge fan of this planner, but every page here is a day. So it's not like you're looking at half your week or your whole week and trying to squeeze everything you need into that one little section. You get to use this entire page for a day. So it has like a little quote at the top. It has like your top 3 things you want to do, anything that's due, what you're cooking for dinner, anything you need to pay, anything you shouldn't forget. Over here, all the hours are listed, and then you have a to-do list here. There's space for notes, and then a spot for your daily gratitude. I have really enjoyed this setup. This has been such an important piece of my work from home success. I will definitely be buying one for 2021. That's it. The desk is small, the drawer is small, and so I really try to keep things down to the absolute bare minimum that makes me happy, that makes me successful, and that keeps my space looking the way I want it to. If there's anything else you found to be life-changingly helpful, please let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here. Make sure to give this a thumbs up before you go, and I will see you soon in my next video. Bye!